hope that you are doing well and having a beautiful start to your week so far. I want to quickly apologize in advance because I am getting over a pretty bad head cold, and so it's been a few days now, but I definitely sound stuffy and under the weather still, so I apologize if that is distracting in any way. It just is what it is. I feel a lot better, but I did catch a cold after our trip, and so I'm just recovering from that. But I'm really excited for today's video because I'm going to be sharing our time in Charleston, South Carolina with you. I went thrifting there. We went to the beach. We just love it there, and that has been my number one inspiration when it comes to landscaping. I think that Charleston does an exceptional job at creating beautiful spaces, incorporating greenery and flowers, and just sending brick and different textures into their landscaping that has captivated my heart from the moment I stepped foot there a couple years ago. And so I'm really excited to show you one of my favorite cities here in the US, and I hope you love it too. So I'm going to be sharing that with you, and then I'm going to share a couple thrifted finds that I got in Charleston with you, and I'm going to end this video with sharing my first autumn recipe of the season, which is apple pie from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and insert all the footage from Charleston right now, and yeah, I'm excited for you to see everything. Sullivans Island is one of my favorite places in all of Charleston. I think that it is such a stunning walk just to get to the beach in itself. The pathway that you just saw is how we get there each time, and I love that it's surrounded by beautiful flowers. It has that really, really pretty wood walk path, and the sunsets are just unreal. One reason I love this area for our family time is that it's not ever too busy. A lot of times we end up having this entire beach to ourselves. As you can see in the footage, there's really no one around, and it feels like your own personal paradise. The second day of our trip, we did drive about an hour and a half to get to where the coffee table is that I will show you in a bit that I picked up, as well as stopping for some antique shopping. There were so many beautiful pieces here. I absolutely loved the transferware that they had there. However, I did not bring anything home with me this time because I had spent quite a bit of money the week before for my birthday antiquing, and I knew it would be wise to not go crazy this time because my goal of the trip was to find some thrifted finds. This dinnerware set was my personal favorite find at the antique shop. Hunting Island State Park had a really, really neat nature center. I love that they had a butterfly garden, and I was so thankful to be able to capture this one on film because I think that they're so beautiful up close. I love the greenery here, and I just love the way that the greenery meets the water. There's something about this image that just has my heart. And of course, there's my oldest and my youngest. Here's the next beach we were at. It was, like I said, very empty, which is amazing. We found a jellyfish, which unfortunately had passed away, and we found a stingray, which is very much alive if you can see it. The kids were thrilled to find so much wildlife here, and it was just so neat. And a random story is that I found pieces of a sand dollar with my oldest daughter when we first went to the beach when we arrived. And from that moment on, all of our children were captivated by the concept and idea of finding one of their own. And I decided that I would just pray that we would find one. And I know that God can answer with yes or no, but my hope was that we'd be fortunate enough to find one. And at that beach that you just saw, we found several, and it was so sweet to be able to celebrate and have that moment with my kids, because I prayed for it and God answered my prayer with a yes, and my kids were just beaming in my heart. It was just so full. We ended our evening at Shems Creek, which is a beautiful place to see boats and to have a nice stroll with gorgeous scenery. I always love coming here, and it's my husband's favorite place. The next morning was a rainy day, and so we decided to go thrifting. And at the first store that I went to, I had quite a bit of luck because there's a lot of really lovely pieces that had so much character, and I'm excited to show you what I found in my next video. Downtown Charleston is undoubtedly my favorite place to spend time. And the reason for that is, like I had shared, it is their landscaping. It is beautiful. It is unique. They do such an exceptional and wonderful job at making each home its own. It's unique. I love the iron details on lots of the gates. I love the way that they decorated for fall and for autumn. I think that they just do such a good job at maintaining the original character of this beautiful city. And the window boxes are just out of this world. I mean, that is my dream, is to be able to have window boxes like that at our home someday. I need to learn a thing or two before that happens, but my goodness, it is stunning to take a walk downtown here. And just like that, our time was over. Until next time, Charleston. So in regards to thrifted finds, I found quite a few things. However, on my last video, I had shared that I am going to start selling the thrifted finds that I love, but I don't have a place for. And the reason I was excited to do that is because I know so many of you share that same love of things that are older and classic and timeless, things that encompass character in a story. And so I love that now I can take those treasures home, and it'll be a blessing to one of you that are a part of this community. And so I want to share those finds in the next video, which will be my first video where you get to see everything that will be listed for sale. In the meantime, let me share the two things that I picked up in Charleston. So this is the clock that I thrifted. I absolutely love it. What's funny is I've been trying to figure out how to style our living room. It is in need of styling, but I knew I wanted to find something for this wall, and my hope was for a wall clock. However, I didn't want to pay an antique price if I didn't have to. I wanted to thrift it if it happened to work out for me. And when I found this one, I instantly fell in love. And when they said that it was still working and it was in perfect condition, I knew that we needed to bring it home with us. And so I'm really thankful I found this. Our kids love it because it chimes every hour and they cheer for the clock. They're very, very happy to have this clock in our living room. And so it's been a fun piece to add, but I'm really happy with it. And I think it's beautiful and it has so much character. And I love the wood color and all the details of it. The next thing is this stunning coffee table, which I am just over the moon excited about. The detail is amazing. I just could not believe it when I found it on Marketplace. I knew I wanted something with scallop detail. I just didn't think I'd actually find it. And so when I did, I was just so thankful. Oh, and what's funny regarding the coffee table is that the gal had listed it in our area, of course, in Tennessee, and I found it and immediately I knew that was the coffee table I wanted to have in our living room. So I messaged her and she said, of course you can pick it up, no worries. And then when I asked for her address, we realized that she had accidentally put her location as her old area, which was Tennessee, but she now lived in South Carolina. At first my heart did sink a little bit because, you know, when you fall in love with a piece, your mind starts racing. I started envisioning how I was going to style it. I felt relief because I could not find a coffee table for 2 months, and so we were in need of one. But what are the chances? I mean, clearly it's the Lord, but that she lived in the area that we were going to be visiting as a family. And so I asked her, I said, I know this is a long shot, but we're actually going to be visiting Charleston for my birthday. And I don't know if you'd be willing to hold it, but I would love to style and have this piece within our home. It's beautiful. I think it has so much character. I love that it's an older piece. And she, without hesitation, said that she would have no problem holding it for me and she'd be happy to do so, and just to message her when we had the exact dates of our trip. And so I was just so excited because, I mean, for her to have moved to the area that we were vacationing is just, I mean, 1 in a million. So I was so thankful that I still got to pick up this piece. My husband was so sweet and made sure we had enough room in our car, despite the fact there's 7 of us, to be able to bring this home. And I am just so thankful. I think it's a beautiful piece, and I'm really happy that I found it and that it encompassed everything I was wanting in a coffee table, which sounds so funny, but I love older things. And when I find something that has character and design and detail like this beautiful scalloped edging, I'm just so happy. So I just wanted to share that story with you because it really shouldn't have worked out, but yet the Lord allowed it to, and he's just so good all the time, and he cares about even the tiniest, silliest details of our lives. I will have the recipe for my homemade pie crust and apple pie in the description box below. I hope that you enjoy watching this and that it inspires you to bake something cozy and warm for this lovely season. That is it for today's video. If you did like this video, if you would please consider subscribing if you haven't already. It would mean so much to me to have you be a part of this space. I pray that you guys have a beautiful rest of your week, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!